So are we cool on like that's just like a basic overview of the whole system? Now that took what, like 6 minutes maybe? That's pretty easy to explain to a customer in plain English, right? And I would suggest that we definitely do that. And the way that I like to start that conversation is saying, well, Mr. Customer, I saw that you built a website. I'm sure like many of the people that I meet with, you've invested heavily in that. And it was probably a big project for you to work with the web design team. Now, have you ever wondered why these other guys show up on the first page here and you don't? What do you think they said? Yes. And then what do you think you go into? That. Well, let me explain this to you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the call, Mr. Customer, this is not going to be your typical sales call. What I like to do, because I'm certified by Google, is teach people exactly how this monster of Google works and how it operates so that I can give you some totally free advice that can help give you the possibility of showing up on that first page sometimes. And a lot of customers appreciate that when I do that for them. So let me go ahead and explain to you how the whole thing works, and then we'll dive into your website and some changes that you can make. Does that sound fair? Guys, nobody's going to tell you no or go away. You know why? You threw in the words free advice and Google certified, which built your credibility, right? Got to make sure you're dropping those things to people on the sales call. Building your credibility up is the #1 thing that's going to lead to the sale. And remember, don't feel weird if you have a 90-minute sales call and 60 minutes of it has nothing to do with web reach. It's okay. It's okay. The 60 minutes that you spent building credibility by offering them this value-added free advice is going to make the web reach a laydown. Because whatever comes out of your mouth by the end, they're going to say, okay. Literally, okay. We're closing 8.2 out of 10 right now. 8.2 out of 10 web reach appointments. That's pretty damn good, right? That's a pretty darn good ratio. And it's all because of that. And we're not doing anything crazy. Everything I'm teaching you guys already know probably half of it. It's just making sure that we set these web reach appointments, A, with the right clients, and we'll talk about that in a bit, with the right potential customers. Not everybody's a web reach customer, gang. Bottom line, if they're in the plumbing industry and they have $400 to spend, there's 3 options. #1, if they still want to cover the whole area, they can't do it. #2, they can cover the whole area and pick just plumbing repair and have a conversion page just for that one facet of their business. Or #3, they can offer all products and services and do like a 10-mile radius around their location. And that's it. Does that make sense? But you got to sell the right program, like what John was talking about earlier. We can't be going out there talking to plumbers saying, no, I think $500 a month, I think that's going to be awesome. I think that'll cover you no problem for Nashville. Well, what's going to happen? That's like buying a bold listing in the phone book. Would you sell that? And we got to change our thinking that way, right? That's the problem, guys. When we see web reach programs fail, I promise you, I should have said this earlier, but I'll say it a lot later. Our web reach programs kick butt. They blow the pants off of ReachLocal, Yodel, AT&T, IDR, all of them. I've studied it. I have 17 customers that we've converted since January 1st from ReachLocal alone. We've taken $890,000 of annual billing just in Atlanta from them, which feels really good. Because 3 years ago, our product was broken, and it couldn't compete with theirs. But now, that's one part of our business that we're continually investing in. All of the old technology is totally gone. It's been rewritten on web reach now. And I'm going to share with you some results where we have cost per calls that are actually beating print now off of Google. But what do you think it takes? The right program, right? Google is a place where it's not for everybody. It's really for the rich. I know that sounds horrible, but it is. For most businesses, what I'm going to share with you are our customers that are spending $5,000 to $10,000 a month and the kind of results that they're getting. Because you have to saturate that Google market. Or, what we mentioned before, tighten the geography or pick just one niche product to go after. Does that kind of make sense why that would be? It's what you guys are already awesome at. The difference between a bold listing and a full page. So at the end of today, I'm going to ask you guys that you don't try to pitch web reach to everybody. You focus on print and yellowbook.com. But maybe in the assignment that Bruce gives you, you choose 5 high pot candidates. If everybody here used this information we're learning today and continue to practice their sales call and just pick 5 accounts, their 5 best accounts, maybe it's an attorney or service industry that we know have the money to spend, that are looking to grow, that are in growth mode, and you sell 2 of them, if everybody in here sold 2 web reach over $2,000, I don't even know Bruce's number for this office, but if those just stuck around for 6 months, it would probably blow away the web reach number. Probably double it. Right? Makes sense? But it's important to be upfront with you that not everybody is a candidate, that it's not a sales call that should be lumped in with printandYellowbook.com, that printandYellowbook.com definitely come first, but that for 5 to 10 of the customers, if you have 50 or 60 customers, it will be a very, very good option and a very enticing option. And you guys know that many of you would rather have 5 full-page customers to go back to next year, talking about print. 5 full-page customers versus 50 QC customers adding up to the same amount, right? Does that make sense? Why would you rather have that? Who's going to stay? Right. You're confident in the results they're going to get. You know that when you go back there, you'll keep all 5 of those full pages. The people that I'm going to share with you, some are only spending $2,000 a month, $1,500 a month. They've been with us for 7, 8, and 9 months already. So these are people, because I always hear, everybody's canceling at 4 months. Well, yeah, because we were selling it wrong. And that's not a knock on anybody, but maybe myself and the rest of my department for not being able to get to all the offices quick enough to kind of train this stuff in this way. I'm sorry to go off on that diatribe there, but it's important to know that we shouldn't be going after everybody for web reach. We should be narrowing focus, just like nobody in here goes after everybody for a full page, right? You target it, especially the senior reps in the room. You target who you go after the full page or 2 full pages or full pages and 7 books for. You don't roll it out to somebody that has 1 truck, right? Make sense? Cool? All right.